let's see it.
But I feel now, because I think God wanted me to play the drums, He said, Dave, you got to play drums. You're born to play the drums, you're going to play the drums for the rest of your life. In fact, that was the first time I got a chance to see a cabaret dance also. In fact, there were cabaret artists from Calcutta with all that body exposure dancing. Well, I was a young boy of 17. So, army inspection, in fact, out of innocence, dadly. Baba, you भित्र राख्दा यो लामो कपाल भयो यो हुँदैन यस्तो भने that's the kind of person he was. Om has his center, Shankar has his center, Kunike has his center है यसरी पाइल गरेर राख्दा 5 रुपैयाँ बोतलमा हाफ बोतलको रक्सी आउँथ्यो आइला. Wow. And if you have 2 pegs, as you know, the same आइला हो जुन अहिले पाउँछ खाँदाखेरि you are high. Wow. And if you smoke a 2 puff of joint on top of that, you're even more higher. You're stoned, man. Oh yeah, I'm stoned, man. ऐना हेर्नु गयो फेरि अब के कस्तो हुन्छ स्टोन हुँदा ऐना हेर्नु गयो कस्तो होला अब यो है.
Greetings, YouTube land. मेरो नाम Abhishek Shankar Mishra, ASM. I'm joined in the studio by the immortal Mr. Dev Rana, and we're here to talk about the Monsoon Giveaway at Radio Nagarik Network. The winner gets 4 fun gifts from Pinchess Artcore, Dipin Donuts and Danfe, which will be announced on the next episode of The Rock Show. And of course, Hamro last week co-winner of the giveaway is Reshma Shrestha. Big hand for Reshma Shrestha. Well done, Reshma Shrestha.
Well done.
You did the things right of subscribing to channel Radio Nagarik 96.5. You commented the answer below and you got the question on the screen right. So please come and collect the Monsoon Giveaway. Now, Bela Akusha for this week's giveaway. Now, after all this conversation, all I have to ask you is where is the gentleman playing next on August 10th? Is it A, the Maya Center? Is it B, the Chaya Center? Is it C, the Saya Center? Or is it D, the Kaya Center? Send your answers all below in the comment section and get a chance to win an amazing giveaway, either from Pinchess Artcore or from Dipin Donuts. Oh, donuts in this weather is going to be fun. Or Danfe. You can win all that, and do not forget to subscribe to Radio Nagarik and to hit the little bell icon so that you notification pass ke yesto राम्रो interview गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ. So, Reshma Shrestha, big ups to you, baby girl. You've done a good job, and I look forward to seeing more winners on the Monsoon Giveaway right here on The Rock Show. Welcome to The Rock Show with ASM, and today is a special episode of The Rock Show. हाम्रो देशको वरिष्ठ कलाकार, a national treasure, a pioneer, and a trailblazer. If उहाँको काम and उहाँको contribution musicमा नभएको भए, there would be no ASM, there would be no 90s rock, there would definitely not be no rock and roll in Nepal as it is at the moment. So it is my immense honor to welcome to the show the man himself, Mr. Dev Rana.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure to have you on the show again. This is you were so nice. We did it twice.
Right.
That you've been super duper busy. Shows you're making music. There's so much that you're putting in. Before we jump into any of the history of music, you were telling me about the next show. Tell me what the next show is happening.
Yeah, I've been very fortunate, I think, since I'm working as a freelancer at present, playing with different people as much as possible, including the younger generation, and trying to put myself and convey myself as a drummer to people who want to come and listen to me, see me play. I was quite surprised when I got a call from Asman, the ex-alumni students of St. Mary's School. There were a couple of members who happened to know me from our time, I think, the elderly members. So they're doing a charity on the 10th of August at Chaya Center, Tamil. So I'm involved with that project right now.
Fantastic. Who else is playing on that show?
As far as I know, I think we have 2 other bands, very popular bands. One is Abhaya,
yes.
Abhaya and the Steam Engine.
Yes.
And the other one is our super famous culturally instrumental band known as the Kutumba. And I think we have a couple of solo artists also
playing there.
Maybe Anup Poudel, and I think Sugam Pokhri is also there.
Oh wow!
And I think
it's a big show. It's a big show.
Yeah, it's quite a 4-hour show.
Wow! अब आज चाहिँ हामी एउटा डिप डाइभ गरौँ त
Yeah.
because we've been wanting to do this for a long time. Gentlemen, तपाईँको अहिलेको project
हजुर.
with the incomparable Jyoti Ghimire, another man who's trailblazed and given a pat to all of us to follow, especially the Fender Stratocasters.
Yes.
He's the
Jyoti,
man.
yes.
I just saw him share a video from 17 years back with the cowboy hat and the Stratocaster.
Right.
How did you meet him? How did this sort of partnership collaboration start with Jyoti?
Well, it goes a long way back actually, Avi, because I've known Jyoti from the time when he used to play at the Solti Oberoi, the hotel music.
Oh, this
the
is
hotel
back
standard.
in the
Long
80s.
time- This is the 90s.
This is
in
the
fact.
90s, okay.
Long time ago. He was a very young guitarist, and I was a member of the Prism band, the legendary Prism band, and from the middle 90s, when we came towards the 80s end, the band members started going in and out. So we had a lot of lineup changes and different family members. I mean, the band members coming over from different family connections. So Jyoti happened to be one of them. And we liked him because he was a very fine guitarist. So the friendship goes all the way back to 90. But then talking about professional, we became more closer when we were playing at the Solti. So after that, he was doing his own thing, I was doing my own thing. Then we all left Prism, the Prism packed up, and everybody started going their own ways. And then again we met after the Nepali pop scenario came in the scene. And then since then we've been playing on and off. Sometimes with the Prism, sometimes with a different setup, sometimes with different lineups, sometimes with different situation. And now suddenly when we came across our path of performance, we came across our young guy who plays the bass right now. He was a guitarist, in fact. A young guy called Kripesh Lohani. He happens to be a nephew of our famous guitarist Deepak Thapa. We all call him Bhanja also. And he's a fine guitarist. He's a very good guitarist. But when our bass player left from the Gentleman Band, when he went abroad to Australia, Kripesh shifted to bass. So we became a three-piece band.
Okay.
So far it's okay.
And how is it working with the young blood?
It's great. I mean, working with young people, you have their own ideas. You have so many things to learn from them. So many things you can share with them. It's fantastic.
The onset of technology has brought with it हाम्रो भनौँ न technically एकदमै खुङखार प्लेयरहरू आइरहेछन् maybe compared to yesteryears.
Of course.
इन्टरनेटले गर्दा युट्युबले गर्दा सिकिरहेछ जसले पनि गिटार उठाइरहेछ हल्का प्लकिङ हल्का यो सिक्दा the people who are very very ambitious go a long way. But let's rewind to the 70s. You told me हाम्रो first edition जुन आउनुभएको थियो, which I would implore to people to check out, the first interview that we did. It's a fascinating interview where we talked about 70s को बेला, and you talked about that little sandwich puzzle in Ratna Park where everybody used to meet.
Yeah, of course. I can't forget that.
There's an iconic picture पनि त्यो ठाउँको. I think there's only one picture of that place that still exists. त्यति बेलाको यो जुन the cultivation of Western music आयो. What were the challenges त्यति बेला that you were facing trying to sing in English in pre-Panchayat Nepal?
I don't remember exactly, Avi, but you know why I don't remember? Because I was so much into my passion of wanting to play music. All I wanted to do was play music, forget about what happens around me. But like you said, it was difficult. We didn't have much equipment. There weren't anything technically efficient for people to explore. But we were happy with whatever we had. And luckily, when I look back now, I don't know how we went through it, but we went through it. We had a small place called Park Restaurant. It was a nightclub, and there were musicians from Calcutta. In fact, that was the first time I got a chance to see a cabaret dance also. In fact, there were cabaret artists from Calcutta with all that body exposure dancing. Well, I was a young boy, I was 17, so it was something totally new for me. Though I was used to it, obviously, because my background comes from Hong Kong, Singapore, because of my parents.
Right.
So it was difficult, but I cannot complain of it, because let's think about that particular time, that particular moment, that present, was beautiful. It's nothing to do with what's now. I think the only thing I can say is I'm kind of fortunate that I've lived up to see the technology now. Though it's very difficult for me to understand it. I'm not a techno man of it. It's very difficult for me to understand, but I know how far even our Nepal Kathmandu has moved on for musicians. Fantastic.
I remember you've told me numerous stories of back in the day in the music circle kasto huन्थ्यो, going right back to when Prism was formed for the first time, and you were the only person now जोसँग मात्रै the best drum kit, 1 लाखको drum kit भन्थ्यो त्यति बेला सबैले to your drum kit. त्यति बेला पनि how important was it to invest in good instruments to get ahead in your musical pursuit?
Where the drum set is concerned, there were no drum sets at all. But I feel now, because I think God wanted me to play the drums, He said, Dave, you got to play drums. You're born to play the drums, you're going to play the drums for the rest of your life, because I don't know where that's going to lead you, but you're going to be sitting behind the drums. I feel that way, Avi, now, because I came across from the age of 17, I came across sitting behind, always when I'm performing, a good set of drums. Whether it came from Russia, whether it came from Japan, whether it came from Singapore, I do not know, Avi. But I know when I'm performing, maybe it was just a simple kit, I was behind a nice set of drums. And what I did, I feel that I did something right. So there are people who still give me that appreciation, that certain admiration for me to move on, Avi.
You did a lot of things right.
Really? Really, Avi, that's what happened. But I cannot forget, at the same time, Avi, I cannot forget one friend of mine. He passed away, unfortunately. He passed away a couple of years ago. A gentleman called Uday Thakur. Probably he's got his family over here. He's got his younger brother. He's got his family somewhere around Kathmandu. But Uday Thakur, I'm ever so grateful to him, because when we were in St. Xavier's, when we were together as students, he was a drummer then. His father was an ambassador to Rome. So when he was in Rome, he learned so much of Western music. He was such a super entertainer, in fact. He was a very good drummer. And he had this beautiful white kit of Pearl Company. So we came over from Rome when he came to join St. Xavier's in Jaulak Hill in Kathmandu. We met. I came from Hong Kong, he came from Rome. So because we liked music, because we had so many things in similarities, when he left for Japan, when his father was posted to Japan as an ambassador, he left the whole kit to me. I don't know what went in his mind. He just said, Dave, you keep my kit. And you play on, brother. He said, you play on. That probably is the kit. Recently, my friend Pemba Lepcha, he found a photograph that related to City Hall in 1972.
I think I've seen that.
I don't know when you were born.
Not then.
Not 1972. I was a 17-year-old guy playing that drum kit. I'm glad I could see that. No, that's Dave. That drum set belonged to Uday Thakur. Unfortunately, Uday has passed away now. He's not with us anymore. But that's how it all started.
That's a beautiful story. How were you consuming music in the 70s? Like, all the radio, I guess?
Really, we had a record player. Okay. It was a long play and short play, EP and LP.
Yes.
So we had a record player. But it was difficult for me on my part, because my father was from the British Army. Yes. He was from the British Army background. Palpako, Baba, you know that part of the story of my Baba. Though he was a very wonderful man, he loved music, Tarabo, Madal, Pachimi Gitor. He was like, he knew nothing about Western music. And he put me in a British school because he wanted me to be educated. You know, and what I am today, the whole credit goes to my father, obviously. But then the mother, we had big LPs with long-haired people on the cover, and Dad used to say, cool, do. So, army inspection, in fact, out of innocence, Dad, Baba, you lam kabal you story. That's the kind of person he was. He felt it was a little weird, long Beatles or Rolling Stones, like long haired people, much have a cover. That was my interest, But like I said, there was nothing, but it's just in fact, my everlasting, my ever forever mentor that I would say that I have always admired, the drummers that I have always thought I knew, what they played was obviously Ringo Starr,
Yes.
the person who focused on my sense of music. And after that, it was Mitch Mitchell, the drummer of Jimi Hendrix.
Experience. Yeah.
He was. He was
Fantastic
just,
drummer,
for me, he was just fantastic.
Amazing
You know? I
drummer.
mean, I don't know what he did on the drums, Avi, but it was such a legacy for me.
Yeah.
And I try to emulate what he does through the sound, but now we can see it on the screen, you can see in YouTube, whatever what they're doing, and it's so obvious for us to know exactly how it's done. But looking at it and knowing how it's done and doing it yourself is totally two different things.
Oh, yeah.
You know? I may not sound like Mitch Mitchell, but at least I know that I'm trying to do what he did as a drummer. So this is how it all started.
Well, I mean, as it is customary on our show, we let the guest pick the album art.
Of course,
we
of
weren't
course.
focused, and you chose Abbey Road.
In fact, Avi, this is my favorite album.
Oh, fantastic!
One of my favorite. Not only mine, I think it's all over the
A
world.
lot of people's favorite.
I like the photograph. I like the songs. You know, these are the guys. These are the guys.
त्यति बेलाको यो इन्फ्लुएन्स पनि अब they were also slowly morphing into the hippie culture of the 70s that was to follow. त्यति बेलाको da you've told me fascinating stories of these drum circles in Swambu that you would partake in and everything. Lead me through what it felt like a day in the 70s in Nepal. Like when were you getting up? What were you doing? What was the atmosphere like? And how was the music scene
The
back
70s.
in the 70s?
When I came out into the streets of Kathmandu, after coming from Hong Kong and leaving St. Xavier's, I got involved with the hippie era. So we had lots and lots of, I think you know that, Avi, even if you were not around that
I
time.
wish I was around.
You would have been perfect in Avi. I tell you, the hairstyle, the people with style is exactly what you are looking at. You're at yourself right now. It was like this. I mean, dark glasses, long hair, beard, and a lot of colorful clothes and guitars everywhere. No trouble, no fights. It was such a peaceful, smoking a lot of marijuana, grassers, and drinking Aila, Rakshi. It was such a totally different kind of atmosphere, actually. We used to have lots of full moon parties at Swambu, lots of gathering in Bodhana, the stupas, that we always remember people, the hippies, they always remember the religion part of Nepal, the cultural heritage part of Nepal, and there's always music surrounding that culture, actually. So a young 17-year-old guy, you can imagine, I got allured to that. Like I went into smoking, I went into drinking, I went into having a good time, I was happy.
Yeah, 17, you have to do all that.
I was happy.
Yeah.
If you had 100 rupees, you had enough, you had the whole world with you.
How much was 100 rupees back then?
100 rupees, probably, for one day expenditure, like, 100 rupees, so I look at 10,000.
Oh, wow.
I think I live in 10,000. Is enough for one day? If you have 10,000, I think you can have a good time for one day.
Yeah.
Lavishly, go whatever you want to
that
do.
time was 100 bucks.
100 rupees ma 3 rupiयाँको रक्सी आउँथ्यो अघि
Wow.
5 रुपियाँ बोतलमा हाफ बोतलको रक्सी आउँथ्यो आइला.
Wow.
And if you have 2 packs, as you know, the same aila ho, जुन अहिले पाउँछ खाँदाखेरि you are high.
Wow.
And if you smoke a 2 puff of joint on top of that, you're even more higher,
This was more open back then.
एकदमै.
Right.
So,
I mean, हामीले photo हेरेको छ Freak Street को जोचेको where
yeah.
hippies were there, it was sold.
The Freak Street that we call now अहिले जुन हामीले भन्छौँ नि the Freak Street that we know of right now, it was Jochi obviously त्यति बेला. The Freak Street भएको नि because lots of freaks were there, that's why it turned into a Freak Street.
Do you know who
actually.
coined the term Freak Street?
Yeah, the hashes were all over the street, in fact. Om Hashish Center, Shankar Hashish Center, Kunike Hashish Center, यसरी पाइल गरेर राख्थ्यो.
I should have been there then.
त्यो पनि फेरि I was not a smoker, I was a drinker.
Okay.
But यसो जाँदाखेरि साथीहरूले देव यसो ट्राई गर्ने हो भन्थ्यो. यत्रो दिन्थ्यो यत्रो निकालेको टुपटट दिने त्यसको पनि एउटा सानो पिस जोइन्ट बनायो भने you'd be stoned for 5 hours. त्यति original quality.
Oh my God.
Stone भएको रहेछ, but I didn't know I was stoned then. I was stoned भएर हिँडेको रहेछ, but I didn't realize.
You didn't know what that feeling was.
Feeling of being stoned. I thought I was being normal, but I was flying somewhere. You know what I mean? It took me a while to realize
this is being
I was
stoned.
stoned भन्ने म त stone भनेको यो रहेछ भन्ने क्या. मलाई something is wrong भनेर जस्तो हुने क्या है. त त्यो चाहिँ stone भएको रहेछ है. And after a while पछि पुगेर त्यो stone भनेको त्यही त हो नि देव भन्ने मलाई केटाहरूले. You're stone man भन्दा oh yeah I'm stone भन्ने ऐना हेर्नु गयो फेरि के कस्तो हुँदो रहेछ stone भन्दा ऐना हेर्नु गयो. कस्तो होला अभि अब है स्टोन हुँदा कस्तो हुन्छ ऐना यस्तो हेरेर ए स्टोन ए मान्छे त नर्मलै रहेछ स्टोन भयो भने
That should we should open the show with that.
अभि फेरि त ऐना हेरेर स्टोन एकछिन त नि है त्यो स्टोन भएको ऐना हेरेको भयो
I had मेरो एकदमै ठुलो honor थियो that हामी सँगै एउटा ब्यान्डमा पनि गर्न पायो।
Fantastic.
It was a very small project we did together, the Spell project with Kshitij, with Prabhat Dai and everyone, and you were doing Hey Joe, I still remember.
Fantastic.
On the drums, and you were singing.
Yeah.
This sort of music that you've carried from the 70s, from the 60s, is there recent music that you're listening to or you admire? Ahileको पनि? Does any music pop out of the current music scene?
In general, as a drummer, in fact, I mean, I would like to try a lot of things, you know, but I've been doing nothing of it. I'm being very honest to my people, my friends, when I'm talking on your show right now, I've done nothing, you know, like I'm just wasting myself. Sometimes it hurts me, you know, like because about ke गर्ने त अब अहिले right now, in fact, to be very honest with you, I don't even have a proper kit. I played with so many kits, I possess so many kits, drum kits. Because it's easy, when you have a show, the whole system comes on the stage with drum, including the drum kit. I have my necessary things like a special snare, a cymbal, whatever it is, but I don't even have a drum kit right now. I'm planning to buy one. I don't know when, but it's like I should be playing around. And I love the generation of musicians, I think it gives me so much hope. And encouragement and inspiration to move on. The drum jatra, done by Navin Chetri from the Katenja band. I was quite surprised. Navin honored me with a lifetime achievement.
Of course.
The finale was in Summit Hotel. He asked me to come over, and all of a sudden, in the middle of the show, he says, "And I would like to take this opportunity to present a gentleman." He had beautiful words for me, and he said, "We'd like to honor him for his 50 years." I didn't realize, his 50 years of drumming to the society.
Has it been 50 years?
50 years.
It's been 50 years.
I'm 67 now.
Wow.
I started from 1759.
Oh, man.
Regularly nabhaye tapani. And 50 years of and it's still going on. When he called me on the stage, wow, I thought, wow, my goodness, he gave me a small, beautiful plate with a skin of Tom Tom right in the cover center with a written, like a lifetime achievement. I think I should be more than grateful for having that in my room now. And I just felt that I did something right, whatever I did.
Well, you've done a lot of things right. You've done a lot of things right there. You've done.
And thankful to God that I hope I can do it for a couple of years more. And there are still a couple of passions that are within myself. As a drummer, as a musician, as a person, as a human, I'd like to put it out before I complete my life. Especially people like you, it's a whole lot of inspiration for me. Because you guys have, I've seen you play the guitar. In fact, when we practiced, when we played at Heritage in Tamil in preparation for Deep Purple.
Deep Purple, who never came.
Deep Purple never happened, but we happened. We jammed up.
I think we should tell this story to the people.
Yeah.
So what Dev is talking about is, when Deep Purple was supposed to come to Nepal, we organized a tribute to Deep Purple because we all grew up, especially you, grew up listening to Deep Purple, Ian Gilligan, Richie Blackmore, all of them, not everyone. So we did the tribute show, which was one of the best tribute shows ever. But it rained, so nobody came.
Oh, I forgot. It
rained that day,
okay.
So nobody came. It was my birthday that day also.
Oh.
Nobody came, and then Deep Purple never came.
Deep Purple never happened. Deep Purple never happened.
So all of this was in preparation for them, but we had a kick-ass show together.
But let me tell you one thing, I didn't quite realize how good a guitarist you were.
Oh, thank you.
You did Hazy and Purple Hazy.
I did.
And did I play the drums?
I think I played the drums. Yeah,
I didn't quite realize that a gentleman called Abhishek Mishra was such a good guitarist. When he came on, there were other people. We had a lot of friends. We jammed it together. We did what we did. I know. But when he came on the guitar, and he did a piece of Hazy and Purple Haze, wow! I thought this guy is something.
Thank you.
Thank you. This guy is something. I like it. I like what he, the kind of exposure he has on the guitar, the kind of feeling he has on the guitar when he's performing. That's the kind of thing that I like. You had it.
Well, you're making me
and that's the
blush.
same. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the same Abhishek, right? Fedi?
Just under a lot of hair now. Under a lot of hair now.
Style has changed now.
I can let him go on singing praise about me, but I should stop. Thank you. I feel deeply
Fantastic
honored that you say that about me. This is the part of the show
right
where I give you the floor. And those are your people right there.
Okay.
You can talk to them, you can criticize them, you can praise them, you can tell them how much you love them.
Okay.
All yours.
Okay. Thank you. How do I say? Well, ladies and gentlemen, whoever is watching this show or whoever is focused on the TV, on the channel right now, I'm Dev Rana, and it's such a wonderful time that I've had with Avi in this show. And he's given me this short opportunity to talk to you and let you know exactly how I am, how I feel, what I am. As you all know, I've been around for a long time now. I'm still playing my drums and playing my music and keeping up with my passion. But there is one particular thing that you like to share as your life goes on, is the gratitude and the gratefulness that you have with the people who come and listen to you, people who admire you, people who wish you well. And I'm ever so grateful for people who have done that for me. It gives me the opportunity to sort of kind of express and say myself, yes, I'm doing something right. I'm behind my drums. My job is to play drums. My job is to make sure that you people are happy, that I share something with you. I never imagined myself to be a drummer. I've been repeating all the time, I'm just a very average drummer with a passion that is everlasting. I hope it will continue till the end of my life. As you all know, as the life of a musician moves on in life, people who have followed me, people who have wished me, I'd like to thank you all. I'd like to thank God Himself for letting me be who I am. And at the end of the day, it's the question of realizing how happy you are and realizing how content you are. What have you gained? What have you achieved? And my achievement is simply being what I am and the respect that I have got from the people who have known me, who have watched me, who have heard me, and who have been friends of mine. Let me wish you all the very best in your life, and please live up to your life the way you want it, live up to your passion the way you want it, and always remember, if you're good within yourself, you're good to everybody. I hope I can say goodbye to you all by saying how much happiness is within myself being in front of you all. Thank you very much.
I can't follow that at all. That's the best. That's the best ever. Thank you so much, Dev.
Thank you.
This has been an honor for me. Mero saubhagya that every time you come here, every time we talk, I learn that much more.
Is it okay?
About life. So much more about life. We're going to end the show now. We're going to wrap it. That was fantastic. You were amazing. Thank you so much, Dev.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Very much.
We're going to wrap up the rock show with ASM now.
Right.
And I look forward to seeing you the next time.
Fantastic.
Again, very, very soon. Thank you, guys. Cheers from everyone here in the studio. See you next time on the rock show with ASM.